let's take a look at Google Contacts. The easiest way to get into Google Contacts is just from your email account. Click on these squares over here, and that's going to bring down a number of options. It's really essentially all the Google tools and even more. So you can scroll down. You can also reorganize these. So that's another great feature. If you use your calendar often, you can just drag it up here, or things like Drive or your mail or anything like that. So you can just reorganize these. In this particular case, we're dealing with contacts. So I'm going to both move that up here as well as click on it to open the contacts. So we looked earlier at making a setting in your mail where anyone who you reply to shows up in your contacts. So they do show up here in other contacts, which is an interesting feature because it's just kind of a repository. It doesn't really put them into your contacts. It just adds them here in a way that you can easily add them later. So if you did want to either click on this, or for the moment I'm just moused over, if you come over here, this option allows you to just add this person to your contacts. So now they've been taken out of other contacts and they're actually here in my other contacts. So there's a couple other options down here. You can also import and export, which we're not going to get into in this, but it's pretty simple. Either a Google CSV or just a regular CSV file. Really easy to import, and otherwise just kind of organize this. So when you click on the contact record, you've got a couple of options, and this is newly formatted. This does tend to change every couple of years, but there's a couple things you can do. So you can star the contact, which just simply adds another layer similar to email of just saying, hey, this is a star to contact. You can edit the contact by clicking here, which is going to open up a bit of a bigger window to add in a real name, a company, additional emails, different phone numbers, even add in some notes or anything like that. Additionally, if you click on Show More, there's a lot of options such as birthday, different addresses, your relationship to them. There's a number of great things that you can add here. So if you do have labels, which this account does not yet, but we're going to create one in just a minute, if you select Add to Label, then it's going to give you an option to make a new label here. So I'm just going to say, we're just going to make, for ease of this conversation, just going to make it real simple and just create a label that is clients. So now you can see that label is applied. It's also showed up over here now on the left-hand side. So I'm going to hit Save and then close out of that. And so you can see now here that we've got the client's label over here. And we've also got now a label here, just like email, where if you click on that, it's going to show you everybody who has that label applied. So this is a really powerful tool to be able to categorize people. They can have multiple labels. Be careful not to get out of hand with that. But just adding labels such as client, closed client, sphere of influence, even categorizing them with, say, an A+ or A or a B style of categorizing. Now, generally, I'd recommend using a CRM database for that. This is a tool that you can use as a very, very simple CRM system if that is what you need to do. Merge and fix is also a great feature. Now, this is a demo account. I've only got one contact, but Google does a really amazing job of identifying contacts that are somehow connected. So if you've got somebody in there with the same name, and you have one record that has an email and one record that has a phone number, as long as they have the same name, Google is pretty good about identifying the fact that that might be the same person. And it walks you through this screen and it just asks you each one. You can see each version and you can select whether to merge those contacts or whether to not merge those contacts. So for example, if you have a common name, say a Bob Smith, and you have two of them and they're different people, you can easily select not to merge those contacts. But if you have a Bob Smith where one is bobsmith@gmail.com and one is only a cell phone number, you can just hit merge. It'll pull those together. It'll preserve all the labels and all the data that was in those. So it's pretty straight ahead. Similar to Gmail, it's easy enough to search those contacts. And additionally, while you're in this contact, it's easy enough if you just click, it's going to open up a new window. at least if you're in the Chrome browser, with that person as the recipient. So pretty great feature. Again, really powerful tool to be able to clean up a database, to merge and fix people that otherwise may not be in here. So pretty straight ahead. There's not a lot of settings or not a lot more to this. I will go over in a future video how to use these contacts as your primary contacts on your phone or on your computer, so you've got one set system where all your contacts live. But for now, I just wanted to overview the contacts.